Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada. Now, back to Sounds of Struggle with your hosts, Chris Parrish and Meniac.
With episode 111 of the Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Parrish.
I'm the one sitting next to the one talking about the one and only Sounds of Struggle podcast. Yeah.
Just because of that, our fans have already won 1-1. Especially if they were in the Aberford Rec Center on Saturday night, where somebody made their RCW debut.
Yeah, congratulations on doing the commentary. That was good.
Yeah.
Good for you. Is there any follow-up from that?
Well, I mean, I think Backbreaker Media is already understanding how great of a job I did and is looking to probably replace Mike Mulvaney because, I'm so good.
Well, fair enough.
Why don't you just join me?
I had a match.
Yeah, I mean, like when you
like
don't
before
wrestle.
and after?
Yeah,
fair enough. I could do that.
I mean, Punk did it in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, jump in for a little spot of commentary.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can hold my own in your match.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Set up. But Mike, we still need your equipment. Just...
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
All right, now that we have that covered. So, how was your debut?
Fruitful yet aggravating.
But you won!
Yeah, steals a dick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of why we kicked him out of the One World Empire, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
He really doesn't like Edmonton anymore.
He doesn't like Calgary either. He's kind of a southern Alberta knob.
Not liking Calgary is okay.
That's
understandable.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't really have much nice things to say about Edmonton. We're just as cold. Our hockey team is even more frustrating than possible. And our football team can't even make the playoffs in the fucking CFL. So, there's not much to be.
Fair enough.
Except for, watching, your boys wrestle. I mean, there's not much to do in Edmonton anymore.
Nope.
So what's next on the RCW
front?
For you?
When can you see me next, is what you're asking?
Well, I mean, are there any goals that you want to set out for? Are there anybody you're looking at saying, you know what, I'm after you? I mean, what are your,
as of right now, still just scoping out the landscape. But there are a few matches coming up.
I mean, you
got the 9th of February in Edmonton. And then got the 23rd of February in Bruderheim.
Yep. I'll be on that show.
There you go.
Yep.
The 16th of March in Vegreville.
I'm working on that show.
Like working on getting on the show, or
working on the contract for that show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then the 20th of April in Edmonton.
Oh, 420.
Yeah. There's a ton of shows in between all those ones I mentioned. There's I think 12 or 13 shows coming up in the next couple months.
A lot of dates.
But if someone were so inclined, they could definitely make towns with.
For a couple of American guys, we got a lot of dates coming up.
I have 4. Yeah.
Just go with it, bro.
Sure, I'll go with it.
So,
yeah, there's possible 15 dates, and I'm making 4 of them. So that's not bad.
Well, it's better than the one a month and not making it.
For 3 or 4 months, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. That's part of why I switched. For more information on that, you can go check out my other podcast. Yeah.
A Moment with Meniac.
A Moment with Meniac. Indeed.
MWM.
Yeah. Spend a moment with me. Meniac.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
For anybody who does want to know, just out of spite, I might even bring up I might do one now.
There you go.
Just out of spite.
There you go. Well,
healthy spite.
I did one based out of a dare, a bet, whatever you say.
Kind of like a sarcastic dare.
Comment.
Yeah.
And then you can follow it up with Out of Spite.
I mean,
Out of Spite, the Chris Parrish podcast.
The Petty episode with Parrish.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Being Tom Petty with Parrish. Yeah.
But no Toms allowed.
No.
But you know what is allowed?
What's that?
Wrestling.
Yes, indeed.
Because this is a big week for wrestling.
I was going to say, do you want to hold that off and get into the one that you don't want to talk about, get it over with?
The one I don't want to talk about?
Yeah.
No, I'll save that for my Petty episode.
Okay.
Because, I'll save you.
I've heard enough already, but yeah.
Yeah.
All I have written down is...
That's a very small percentage of what you heard.
All I'm going to say is...
But it wasn't even that bad.
And NFL...
You have to admit, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I will not admit that.
Yeah.
It was not good. But
Oh.
NHL playoffs. And I have written here...
NHL?
NFL.
Okay, there you go.
NFL playoffs. Who missed that call?
Refs.
That'd be the refs.
Yeah.
That'd be all the refs.
I mean,
And actually, you know what?
can we at least admit that was a very, very bad no call?
You know what? It's not even that. Was just both games.
Yeah.
Both games had brutal missed calls. The one for the Saints, by far the worst one.
I mean,
But for both games, they were
I
brutal
guess we're
missed calls.
slightly getting into it.
No, that's all I'm gonna say about it.
I know, but that no call literally changed the game, and that is never a good thing for the league when the referees could make a decision that actually changes the outcome of a game.
No, and the fact that the league admitted that the refs were wrong, that's not good either.
Yeah, that really made us feel better, asshole. So, enough about that.
Sticking with sort of same subject, but moving different leagues. CFL, PA announcer Al Stafford has called it a career after 21 seasons. Good for him.
Is Stafford related to all the other Staffords in Edmonton?
I would assume
Which
so.
kind of goes to Drew Stafford, the NHL player.
I would assume so.
I think it's what? Is it,
There's 17 of them.
who's his uncle that used to work for the Oilers?
Bob Stafford.
No, you're thinking of Bob Stafford.
No, I'm thinking Bob Stafford. Not to be confused with Bob Stafford. I don't know. I'm just making names up. I don't know.
I think it
John.
I think it is a B name though.
Brian. Benny.
I don't know.
Bill.
Bert.
Baklava. Bruderheim.
He's part German.
Nickname Brew Brew.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I have two things for baseball, and then we'll jump right into wrestling.
Oh, by the way,
What?
I do want to go from football to baseball.
Okay.
The one funny thing was how Tony Romo is absolutely a witch on calling stuff, by the way.
He was calling a ton of plays during the Patriots and Chiefs game.
Yeah.
He said,
Which-
they're switching it up, and boom, they do it.
Yeah.
And then...
To the point where even Bryce Harper then said, since you know everything and you can predict everything, can you predict where I'm going to sign to? And he actually said the Texas Rangers.
which is funny, because segue from there, Texas Rangers have actually signed Cabrera to a 1 year, $3.5 million deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That'd be interesting if he did sign with the Rangers.
It'd be funny if Harper just did that just to make a genius out of Romo. But I mean, Romo is a Dallas boy, so I think he's just being a homer at this point.
Be really, really funny is if he signs somewhere else and then just tweets at Tony Romo and says, "Hey, Romo, fuck you."
Rob.
But also they announced the Baseball Hall of Fame nominees.
Yep.
What do you think of it? Do you know who they are?
Well, we did see a little bit of it. Roy Halladay, which
Halladay,
Chris Carpenter, which I believe was one.
No. We got Meniac Rivera, Edgar Martinez, and Mike Messina. Yeah. Those are the four that were nominated. And
those are the four that got the 75%.
Yeah.
Because I know Roger Clemens, Kurt Schilling, Barry Bonds didn't get enough.
you need at least 75 to get in.
You need 75 to get in.
Which Halladay had like 96, and for the first time ever, Rivera made history as the first unanimous inductee in Baseball Hall of Fame.
I think
receiving every single vote.
I think that makes sense. I saw Roy making it just because of...
I mean, he's got the career to back it up, but the fact of what happened definitely, I think, pushes him over the edge.
Yeah. I think it's, let's get it out of the way. So then, I'm just wondering, when is Barry Bonds or Kurt Schilling or Roger Clemens going to get
Never.
it? Because they were
because
very
they
close.
do drugs. They are evil drug paraphernalia motherfuckers, and they'll never, ever get into the Hall of Fame.
And this is why I say Barry Bonds will probably get in, because anytime he did any of that stuff was always during the time when it wasn't illegal. So
Is Mark McGuire in? Is Sammy Sosa in?
I think McGuire is in, isn't he?
I have no idea. I didn't really research that much. All I'm saying is it seems like there's a big old vendetta nowadays. They did all the steroids. Fuck
I
them,
actually wouldn't even put Sosa in the Hall of Fame, though, to be honest.
All I'm saying is that...
It was up to me.
All I'm saying is that, yes, they did fucking steroids. But it wasn't exactly illegal at the time, so who cares? Even if it was, who cares?
Well, I mean...
I want all of my sports guys to be just roided to hell.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like now... In 2019, we have no idea what a roughing the passer call is, but back in 1990, 95, like those era, guys were taking liberties on quarterbacks because it was a different game.
And there was no such thing as roughing the passer.
Yeah, so like now in baseball, it's like, okay, drugs are bad now, yeah, but back then it was pretty known that a lot of guys were doing it. So
it's kind of not
a
talking.
lot of the guys were getting caught when it was in that transitional phase.
Yes.
Barry Bonds literally never got caught doing it when it was illegal. So he always got caught doing it when it wasn't a big deal. So it was really baseball who put the black eye on baseball before it actually was a thing, because it was up to them to not... their integrity of the game was really because they were too late to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So... I don't see why Barry Bonds should not get in the Hall of Fame just because baseball didn't get their shit together.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that's probably the reason why they won't.
And even before he was on steroids, supposedly, he was still one of the best hitters in baseball.
I agree.
So,
before we jump into wrestling, have you seen the UFC
Legacy title?
I love them. Nobody likes them, but I love them.
I like their idea of doing something different. Here's a reason why don't like them in comparison to the old belt, and that's what I'm saying. I don't like them compared to the other belt. I didn't see anything wrong with it, and it was a really good design. I appreciate the fact that they wanted to try something new, but to me it's like, when you had the Intercontinental title when Bret Hart,
and then
Mr.
they
Perfect,
brought
that oval one, that's kind of what it is like to me. Not like that there's really anything truly wrong with the oval, because I really didn't actually mind that one. It's just, I just appreciated the other one better.
I like how...
Over time, I might have a different view.
I like how interactive it is, and now they take a page from the WWE. One of the side plates where you put your name, and there's a bunch of diamonds around. Like, there's 8 diamonds around the name plate. Can
you also, like, put the country, like, change the country of, like, who the champion is on it?
The country will actually be on, it's like, there's a, on WWE, the World Heavyweight Championship, Universal Champion, the side plates are where the names are.
Yeah.
One of the side plates has your name, your weight class, and then it'll have your country that you're in. It'll have a little flag. And then there's 8 diamonds around that, and each one, when you win a match or win a fight, they'll take the regular diamond out, put a red one in, and then they'll put the date and who you fought.
Now, can you explain this legacy title? Is it for all champions, or is it just for all, if you're fighting in like a different weight class?
I think the idea, from what I've figured, is that they're going to eventually replace all the titles with these ones.
Yeah.
Because from what I've read, they unveiled this title because they've been around for 25 years now. The legacy is that they're going to be, it's been 25 years, they're celebrating that. Right in the middle of the title, they have the Roman numerals. Sorry, right in the middle of the big face title.
Main plate.
Sorry, main plate, yes. Yeah. They have the Roman numerals for 1993 when they started.
Yeah.
So... I think it's all, they're celebrating their lineage, their history around the outside of the main plate. There's actually the first 8 countries' flags of where they actually fought it.
I heard the first 8 countries was the first 8. The main countries were the first champions. I don't know, like Brazil's on there because one of the first champions is from Brazil, and then stuff like that. So maybe 8 different they've had champions come from 8 countries.
I think they've had that more than that now, but I think originally...
yeah.
It's either that or the first 8 different countries that they had pay-per-views in was those. Either way, it's a lot of history, a lot of lineage. I like it. But then again, I also really like those Edmonton Oiler McFarlane oil drop jerseys.
The Spawn.
Because it shows, like, there's a lot of, like, symbolism and stuff in that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like that. And so far, I've met one other person who doesn't hate it.
I love them. I even have one.
No. Sorry, I'm going
the title.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who don't like the Oiler jersey. But I've met only one other person that actually doesn't hate the title.
See, I don't hate it. What I don't like about it is that I'm a big traditionalist when it comes to championship titles. I like the gold plates. I like that main color. And then this one has that, it looks gold, but it looks like it has a goldish hue. And then there's really
like
metallic.
Some silver.
And I just don't like that. To me, it just feels like that. They're like, okay, it's not finished. It's like why I don't like the WWE Championship and Universal titles, because it, like, when you don't...
Is it the same?
No, but like just that title in itself, because you have your WWE logo on it, but there's nothing in the background. You can see the leather there, so it's like, oh, we just didn't fill it out. But then you compare that to the United Kingdom title, and they fill it out. The UK Women title, like, they fill it out.
Yeah.
So,
I personally like the UFC title simply because they're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm always open for new, different stuff, because I don't want to keep seeing WWE Winged Eagle or the big gold belt or whatever. I want to see different things.
I like to see them like put out like maybe a documentary of how the inspiration came to be, and like the making of this new title and like stuff like that, because that's the kind of stuff that interests me, because I would like to see kind of their thought process and their development. And just everything that went into making this an actual thing.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. That'd be cool.
Like, I would like to see that with wrestling and their titles as well.
Yeah, I'd be definitely okay with that.
Like, if you brought in, the Dave Millikins of the world and the Reggie Parks of the world, and you actually had like a documentary of how inspiration came to making these titles, that would be something I would totally want to see, and I think that's something that would definitely add to their network.
For sure.
And with UFC, I mean, aren't they not on ESPN now?
They are on ESPN
And then
now.
Doesn't ESPN do a lot of these documentaries?
30 for 30s.
There you go.
Boom, there it is. We're giving away ideas. Giving them away.
Shit's too easy, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of shit that's too easy, let's go into something that's going to be super easy to enjoy. NXT Takeover Phoenix.
Yeah. Nothing else will really happen in hockey. That's why we're not really talking much hockey.
I have a ton of stuff for hockey, but I figure we'll get into it later. Unless you just want to get into it now and get it over with.
Yeah.
Let's get into it now and get it over with. Okay. Let's start with Canucks trade Del Zotto to the Ducks for Luke Shen and a 2027 round pick. Who cares?
A lot of these trades happened right after our last podcast.
Yes.
Ended.
Like literally like moments after.
Yeah.
The Wild trade Niederreiter to the Hurricanes for Victor Rask. Who cares?
That was actually a big trade, though.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Vegas traded a conditional 5th round pick.
That was an actual hockey trade, which I actually like.
Yeah. So Vegas traded 2019 conditional 5th round pick to the Wild. They got a conditional 5th round pick from the Wild in exchange for Brad Hunt and a 2019 6th round pick. The condition on the pick is the Wild have both theirs and Washington Capitals 5th round pick.
Yeah.
So whichever one's higher, Vegas gets.
Yeah. Wasn't Hunt also a former Blackhawk and Oiler?
The name rings a bell, so it would not surprise me.
I know he was an Oiler. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure he was a Blackhawk. I think that's who we got him from.
It's very possible. Speaking of Oilers,
Yeah.
they re-signed a goalie. You want to talk about it?
Mikko Koskinen to a 3-year, $13.5 million contract, which is an average of 4.5. He, what is it? He makes. It's not 4.5. That's his cap hit through the next 3 years.
Yes.
But he makes it sporadic throughout the 3 years, and he has a minimal no move clause of 15 teams,
Which is surprising.
which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a weird time move that I don't understand why they needed to make this decision now, which is right before the All-Star game, and not later in the season before the season's done.
Yeah. Or even after the season.
Well, I mean, like, he is a free agent July 1, and I can understand if, okay, these guys don't know, like, where you're thinking, if they don't have, if the team doesn't believe that they're their guy at the end of the season, maybe they don't have faith in you, stuff like that. I can see it on both ends. But my thing is, if you aren't totally satisfied with your team right now, why are you making so many commitments with the guys you have?
Probably because Chiarelli doesn't think he's going to be around, so he's just doing stuff.
And that's the thing. If I was, I don't know, I guess it's better than trading him and then for nothing. It's just, I also don't think his sample size has been big enough to get a big contract like this.
Well, he's only played like 27 games.
Yep. And, like, he does have pretty solid numbers.
No, he does, but for only 27 games, that's a high price.
Like, I don't think this is, I think, another reason why Chiarelli has to go, because we need to stop making these commitment deals.
These
on
knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah. The only one I actually give him a true pass on is the defensive moves. People could bitch about those, but when it takes time to make trades in the NHL, sometimes it takes weeks to make a simple trade. And when you lost Clefbaum and you had those holes on your defense and you're missing your top three and you needed depth, I can understand that.
And
it's not like he gave up much for it.
Speaking of depth, they also put Spooner and Ratty on waivers.
And they both cleared. Ratty and I don't think any of them have been assigned to Bakersfield yet.
No.
Ratty might, but I know Spooner wasn't. Which is something I wish they would actually put in the video game. Like, you can have a guy clear waivers, but you don't actually have to send him down.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing. Like, you can Like, Spooner can be sent down now to Bakersfield at any point in the season because he's already cleared waivers.
But he played tonight.
There's a process you have to clear, and then you can be assigned at any point now.
Exactly. There's a couple of milestones. Charo passed Solani for third all-time in games played by a European player at 1,452.
No, he's old enough. He should.
Right. Lundqvist now ranks 6th all-time in wins.
And that passed Terry Sawchuk.
He passed, passing Terry Sawchuk with his 446th career victory. And Patrick Kane passed Doug Wilson for third all-time on the assist by a Blackhawk at 555.
Wonder if the Oilers would trade Talbot back to the Rangers. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. Who'd you get for him? Lundqvist?
No, I hope you get like a couple picks. Maybe a couple second-round picks.
There you go.
Exactly what we traded for him.
Oh. Why not?
If we got a first-round pick, I'd be ecstatic. I'll just point that out.
There you go. And a retire announcement. Brandon Bolig officially retired. He helped the Blackhawks win a cup. So, congrats to him on retirement. Yeah. Now, I wanted to get your opinion. Did you watch the Tuukka Rask incident where he suffered a concussion after the guys, the one forward, I think it was from New York, just bowled over him?
I watched the end of the play. I don't put all the blame on that Chittle guy.
Yeah.
I put some blame on the defenseman.
Yes, no, I agree.
Because as a defenseman, I do not understand why you close the pathway of a player that only gives him one out, and that's towards your goalie.
No, I agree. Always keep him to the outside. That's what you're taught.
Or at least get in front of him and push him out.
Yeah, no, I agree. And my one thing is, yes, maybe as a defenseman you push him in there, but for the love of God, he bowled your goalie over. Kick his ass. Do something. Stand up for him. Like, the amount of times goalies are hit and nothing happens.
I do think now players are a little bit more understanding that if a hit was made, you do not want to always bring another altercation towards that because you don't know the extent of an injury. We saw that happen, I think, a couple times last year. I think one was with New Jersey.
Yeah.
However, it always bugs me when defensemen push somebody into the goalies and then they're like, oh, you hit our goalie, fuck you. And it's like, yeah, well, it's your fault, you moron. And it's like, this is just you being very lazy and being very just stupid on your positioning. So I think part of it, like that, a defenseman on Boston needs to understand that you gave that guy one out. He's going full speed. Why should he stop?
That's true.
He's going for the net.
Point is, stop the player from getting to the net, and if he does go to the net and you force him there, kick his ass.
Yeah. But also nothing stops the goalie from, stepping up himself too.
No, that's true.
Going a little Ron Hextall is not a bad thing.
The concussion stopped Tuukka Rask.
No,
he couldn't stand it.
He could have been a little bit more...
He could have gone for a poke check and then took his legs out.
Or he could have been a little bit more assertive in his crease than what he was.
I agree.
European goalies aren't exactly that assertive on their crease.
True. Have you seen the Ottawa 67's new third jersey for one game? It was a Dunder Mifflin jersey.
No.
It was fantastic. I do not have a picture of it, so I can't show you.
Was it the Ottawa 67s?
Yes.
Or was it the World?
No, it was the Ottawa 67s did the Office theme night for one of their games. And it's they do the opening credits. At the end, you see the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company logo. It's that on a jersey.
Interesting.
It looks fantastic.
I know that
if you're a fan of the show, it's good stuff.
I know the Ducks had a couple cast members from the Mighty Ducks movie.
Yes, the first two.
They had Guy Germain, Russ Tyler, was it Julie Gaffney, Adam Banks?
Yes. Yes, they did. And Martin St. Louis will serve as special teams consultant for the Blue Jackets now.
Yeah.
So congrats to that Hall of Famer finding some more
Probably
work.
Can thank John Tortorella for that move.
Most likely, I'm going to say. And the Blackhawks just won in a shootout. Woo!
Well,
Score
probably still losing.
Anyways, now to what we were going to talk about. NXT Takeover Phoenix.
It didn't take that long to talk about hockey.
True enough. I'm going in no particular order. It's just whatever's listed here. First match listed: Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black, singles match for the NXT Championship. I'm gonna say Ciampa retains.
Me too.
Now keep in mind, NXT UK for that pay-per-view, we weren't so good at this. I think we'll be better at this one.
Well, I would hope.
This is our rebound pay-per-view.
I think we could probably predict the WWE Rumble better, like that pay-per-view, better than NXT, because at least NXT will actually do things that can shock us.
That's true. And we will get into that next.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Ciampa's going to win that. Baszler versus Belair.
Actually, you know what? Let's just cover our bases. How about we'll just go back and forth on it, so at least we can say we called it regardless.
Fair enough.
But, I mean, my thing is, I do believe Ciampa is going to win, so I'll stay with that, just because I don't...
I do too, but you know what?
If you put it on Black, who's the next guy, or do you continue that? I don't know.
You could, unless... My only thing is maybe if they decide to call Ciampa up. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I just don't see
But
that.
I think they'll call Black up first.
Exactly, so that's...
But you know what? For argument's sake, I'll say Aleister Black. Why not? Next match, Baszler versus Belair. I'm saying Baszler retains.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be so shocked to seeing... You know what? I wouldn't...
I think, personally, Baszler's going to retain. I think she's going to lose it at Mania, go up after Mania. I don't think she's going to... If she loses it, I don't think she's winning it again. Because they're not going to do a first-ever 3-time champion. They might. But I can't see it. I think once she loses it, she goes up. So I think that she's going to retain right now, and she will lose just before Mania.
Again, I just don't... I think they're missing the boat if they don't do Shayna and Candice LeRae at some point.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So you're going with...
But, I mean, I'm just trying to find out... I'm trying to find out the depth of these divisions, too. Because, if Bianca's to win, you're probably going to do a rematch with Shayna at the very least, right?
Yeah.
And then what? You're not going to have Shayna go down twice. I can see... You know what? If Shayna beats Bianca, I could see Io Shirai being the next one. So yeah,
or Candice LeRae, one of the two.
Yeah.
Undisputed Era versus War Raiders. I think it's unanimous. I think we both will probably say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going Undisputed Era.
Me too. I was actually going to say War Raiders.
No,
I think this will be the only title change on the card.
I think Undisputed Era might actually lose them on the Mania one. Not.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think War Raiders are going to do this one. I think Undisputed Era is going to have their last match, probably at the Mania one, but they're not going to win. I think they're all going to go up.
So,
I could actually see Adam Cole, Bebe, going up soon, and then the rest of the three of them will go up and join him after Mania.
It wouldn't shock my system if Kyle O'Reilly's in the Rumble.
Yeah, wouldn't shock me at all. I could see
Because
Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong got the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Adam Cole got last year's.
Wait, wasn't Adam Cole in the Greatest Royal Rumble?
Nope. Adam Cole's in last year's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because he got eliminated by Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Because they had the two NXT. They had Andrade St. Almas and Adam Cole.
Right.
Yeah, and then they had Roderick Strong in the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't think they'll give Bobby Fish the opportunity, but I can see Kyle O'Reilly possibly getting it.
Yeah.
So,
I can also see the next match is Ricochet versus Gargano. I can see Gargano winning this.
that's the title change for me. Is I can see Gargano doing that because I wouldn't be surprised if Ricochet and Ciampa do something next.
Yep.
That's kind of where I was going to lean, and then I could see Johnny and Aleister Black doing something over the North American title.
I can see that. And then the last one is Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno. I'm going to say Matt Riddle wins this.
I'm going to go Cassius Ohno.
You think so?
I do, because I think they've done a good job of putting Matt Riddle on kind of okay, this is what we think of him kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But at some point they're going to have to... I think if they want to continue it, or if
they want to continue it, then yes, it would be Cassius Ohno winning, but I could see them just kind of ending it there.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw something happen out of this. If we saw somebody turn and cost Riddle or, you know.
Yeah, because there's a friendship with him and Keith Lee. Maybe Keith Lee costs him.
I'm also going to say this. I wouldn't be surprised if Ciampa costs Ciampa costs Ricochet.
And Gargano costs Black.
Yeah. And then we could even see this becoming like a two-man power trip.
I like it. I can see that. And I could also see Keith Lee turning on Matt Riddle, joining Cassius Ohno, and they could actually be a viable heel tandem to go against the new champions War Raiders.
Yeah. That's
I can see. I like that.
Because if Undisputed Era retains, I can see War Raiders going up against a team like that. But then I can also see a team like the Street Profits getting an opportunity at the tag titles. Just like
they can't. They're Evolve tag champs. They're busy.
But I mean, like you saw, Lorcan and Birch get a title shot.
Yeah.
And they did actually quite well in that opportunity. I think this is one of those things where you might even see that, or they could even do a triple threat. And do something different, because there's not a lot of triple threats in NXT right now.
No, there's not. So then we move from there to Royal Rumble match. We have so far...
are there going to be anybody, you know how they always have those people in the crowd? Are there going to be anybody like that?
I'm going to say not yet. Maybe Chelsea Green, because she hasn't been on TV yet, but she's doing live events. I'm going to say not yet, though. I'm going to say that'll be a Mania thing.
Because you don't think anybody will do it in the Rumble one?
No. Because if you're going with who I think you're going with, well, no, because if you're talking about Kenny Omega, I'd assume you go right to the main
No,
roster.
I'm just saying in general. I don't think Omega is going to go in NXT.
No. Plus, apparently his contract runs out the 31st, so unless that's they extended it.
Do you truly buy that?
I don't buy anything, man.
I also don't buy the fact that WWE also doesn't have the money they'll overpay New Japan just to get him out of his deal a couple days earlier.
That's true. I don't know. I think if Omega goes to WWE, he's not going to NXT, so I don't think we'll see him for that.
Yeah.
I don't know who they signed recently. Like Walter was the big one, but he's in.
Didn't Kushida sign?
He did. That's a good point.
That's kind of who I was kind of thinking of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see maybe. Yeah, I can see that. Well, I can see that. Yeah.
Maybe Kushida during before one of the male title matches, and then maybe Chelsea Green before the women's title.
Maybe. Yeah. Except for she's already known that she works there and has already been wrestling, so I don't know. They don't seem to. If you've had a bunch of live event matches, they don't seem to do that. But, I mean, it could be wrong.
Didn't they not do that with Candice LeRae, though?
I think she only had a couple things with the Mayhem Classic, so she technically wasn't signed yet. I don't know. I mean, I can see it, I guess, but...
Unless Jazzy Gabber also does something there, too.
I could see her in the UK, though. That would make more sense, because the Germany thing.
Mm-hmm.
But...
She was at the UK Takeover, though.
She was at the UK Takeover.
You never know.
Yeah. Part of the fun of it.
I do think they'll have at least one or two.
Now that you say Kushida, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. And they've already signed him, too.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't done anything, so...
Maybe a Punishment Martinez? They haven't done anything with him
He
yet.
has debuted.
He has? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, never mind then.
What about if Punishment Martinez and Cassius Ohno?
That'd be cool. That would be cool. I would enjoy that.
You have the KO and Punishment?
Yep.
I see something there, actually.
Yep. I like that. But on to the main, Royal Rumble card. The first match listed for pre-show is Rusev defending his United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. I say Rusev retains.
Me too.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch Raw and SmackDown. I put them on at the end of the day. I fall asleep. I miss a lot. So, as far as I can tell, Rusev is probably going to win this.
Yeah.
The next one is for the pre-show.
Which probably when we say that, well, I mean, if it's pre-show, they won't change the title.
No. Well, no, probably not. Yeah. Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Buddy Murphy defends against Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto. This is going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
This should be a main card match. This is going to be fun.
But I still think Murphy retains.
I think so too, but still, this is going to be a fun match.
If anybody does take it, though, I'm going to say it's Itami.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, Kalisto had it briefly. Tommy had, or Tozawa had it briefly.
Kalisto's doing that Lucha House Party stuff.
Yeah. Then there's 2019 Men's Royal Rumble match. Who do you pick to win? Who's your dark horse? And who's a surprise?
My surprise? Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the big one.
Yep, I agree.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Wade Barrett makes a return.
That'd be interesting.
I
could actually see him making a surprise debut on NXT UK as well.
Yeah, but I do think because he's more known on the main roster, that's why.
Yeah.
Who I think will win, I think Seth Rollins will win, but Drew McIntyre is my dark horse.
Have we talked about this at all? Because that's exactly what I was going to say. And I'm not even just saying that. Like, that's...
I think it's just positioning, too.
Those are the exact... the only thing I would kind of say, like, he's not a dark horse, but if it's not Rollins, I could see Braun Strowman. They give him that.
I don't know if he's in it, though.
So, I don't... If he ends up being in it, I can see him winning it. That's the only difference. But
I also wouldn't be surprised to see a guy like Finn Balor lose against Lesnar and go back in it and do well.
I don't think he'll win it, but I think he'll do well. But.
I think Mustafa Ali might actually have a great showing in this Rumble.
Yeah, I can see that. Has AJ Styles won it before?
No, because he's only been in one Rumble.
Yeah. I can see him losing the match, going in it, and actually winning. But then challenging Brock Lesnar. Although we've seen that before, so he might not.
Also, I
think you're right, though. I think Seth Rollins is the guy to beat.
I think the big one is Seth and Brock now. Yeah. I think that's going to be your
Which I think you can do some good stuff.
Title match.
Yeah. And you know what? The one thing I did see from Raw this past week is Braun versus Finn.
Yeah.
With Brock on the outside. I like it. I don't know why I'm still blown away, but I am still blown away by how much Brock will sell for some of these smaller guys. Like, don't let it be known that he's not just this big douchebag who shows up every once in a while, beats the fuck out of someone and leaves. He, last couple of years, has worked his ass off when he shows up.
Well, I mean, just look at the match with AJ Styles
Samoa
and Daniel
Joe.
Bryan.
He's actually made these guys look like $1 million. Samoa Joe lost, yes, he got pinned, but, holy shit, he beat the fuck out of Lesnar for almost the entire match.
Yeah.
So, kudos to Lesnar for actually working with these guys as opposed to what some people call having a bad attitude and not working.
Samoa Joe might actually be a dark horse too. I don't think he'll win it, but I mean,
get to the Final Four.
Man, I really hope that the Final Four is just 4 guys that have never won it.
You know what? This is a real dark horse. Pitch black horse. The Miz. I would love to see him win. I really would.
He's in a tag match.
I know, but I would love to see him win.
That's kind of what I'm curious is how many of these guys. Is he even confirmed? Is his name confirmed in the Royal Rumble?
I don't think so, but
then again, I know the men's have a lot less confirmed names than the women's already. The women's were already up to 23.
Yeah. As for what about say an alumni coming back for a quick spot?
Something I really
Jericho.
I know. I think Batista might be.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't.
Yeah.
I hope they just, give NXT guys an opportunity.
I'd be okay. Yeah, I think I'd rather or NXT UK.
Yeah, and that's just
okay
the thing.
With that.
I would love to see Pete Dunne in the Rumble.
That'd be sweet.
I would like to see.
Honestly, I mean, I know it's basically pandering, but Adam Cole, baby, I would love to see him again. Of course, I just love to see him.
What happens? Imagine if your Royal Rumble started with Pete Dunne against Ciampa, your NXT against your UK champion,
awesome.
Awesome. It'd just be different.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Or you put put I'd say a Drew McIntyre against
debuting Grado.
Say Aleister Black, or you did, or maybe you do Randy Orton against Aleister Black, or you do something like that where you just, where you have Daniel Bryan loses the title.
And I can see making a surprise return? Bray Wyatt. He's been gone for a while doing...
I do believe Matt Hardy's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
I can see that, yeah. He's been cleared to wrestle.
Yeah.
I can see, Bray Wyatt, because Has he been injured? Like, I don't know what's going on with him. He's just been gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be also surprised to see Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know how Sami Zayn's doing, but if he's healthy enough, I see.
I don't think Sami Zayn will be cleared yet.
But yeah, Kevin Owens, I think, is very close. Anyways, let's go to the women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Winner, dark horse, surprise.
Dark horse is Ember Moon.
Okay, I can see that.
I think she's in line. She deserves to have a push.
Yep.
I think the
Winner,
winner's probably
Becky.
If she's in it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in it.
What if she loses the championship match and then goes in it? I can see her.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, that's going to be the big one because it's really going to be.
Because I can see that's how she makes the jump.
I can see Becky losing the title and going in the Rumble as much as I can see Ronda losing the title and going in and winning.
I figure my reasoning would be she loses the title match.
Because how much easier would it be to set up a triple threat if Ronda's the one who jumps instead of the other one?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think Ronda versus Becky, main event for the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda's first loss as the main event match, the last match on the card. I think that would honestly sell the numbers because she's got a name. Becky's hugely over. Mm-hmm. I can see it. If you want to add in Charlotte, I'd rather you didn't. But if you have to, whatever.
No, and I think that's the goal.
I'm okay with triple threat because I really like Charlotte. I like the wrestling, but just give Becky that moment of just her and Ronda. I think they can do some good stuff.
Well, had she not got her face broken, she would have.
Exactly, and I think that's why they will do that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, had that also would have happened, one, Becky probably wouldn't have reached that new status of popularity.
Very true.
And two, I think you would have been in line for Charlotte Ronda Mania.
Which, again, if we hadn't seen it, I'd be like, absolutely. And we saw it, and I loved it. It was great. But now I want to see the other one.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I think Becky's my odds-on favorite. Dark Horse, I like your idea of Ember Moon. I think that's a good one. I could also see... Who else? I could see it Naomi. I don't want to, but I could see it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Alexa Bliss.
That one I would love.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Nia Jax. I'd be a little shocked, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Actually, you know what? I'd change that. Not Naomi. I want Alexa Bliss. I'd rather. I mean, this is just.
You know what? You don't have to like her, but she is positioned very well. She's actually performing very well. I wouldn't be surprised if Ruby Riott won.
Yep. I can see that. Even though I hate that group, I can see it.
They are doing good work right now.
What about Peyton Royce?
No, I do think Peyton Royce, I think the people that you can put into like a tag, I think they're going to be put out like that. Like,
fair enough.
Like if you're in like, so it's like Mandy and Sonya,
yeah.
Logan and Liv.
Yeah.
But I think Ruby stands out. She's like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
The leader, right? So.
Okay. And then what about a surprise? I'm going to say Toni Storm.
Is that a surprise, though?
She hasn't been announced. She's UK. I could see it being a surprise.
Like, I think Shayna Baszler will be in there for sure.
Yeah. I can see Candice LeRae.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Trish comes back for one more.
Yeah.
So I'm also trying to think of like what woman wasn't in it last year. That might be a big deal.
Stephanie McMahon. We haven't seen her on TV lately, from what I have read. It's been all Vince.
Any girls hurt? That?
Well, Alexa.
They're pretty much healthy, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's someone that we're not thinking of. But
Melina.
That would be interesting.
There you go.
That would be interesting. What about Layla? Haven't seen her in a fucking
horny hour.
Horny hour. As long as her hair's not teased.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Laycool in
tag tournament.
Come back for the tag title thing. Well, because from what I understand, is it a tournament or they're just doing like?
I don't know how it's happening, but what I've heard is
Or like an elimination
it's
chamber.
it's an elimination chamber. I just don't know how they're deciding
Yeah.
who gets to go in. I would assume it's going to be elimination. The matches to be.
I thought it was an actual elimination chamber match.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be decided in the elimination chamber. But to get into the elimination chamber match for the tag title, I don't know how they're deciding that.
No, neither do I.
But I'm excited. God, this is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. It sucks it's the very beginning of the year, but God, I love it. Next.
I think it's the fact that Mania is like the obvious big one.
Yeah.
But this one leads to it.
Yeah.
And it's the last big one before.
And no,
It's also the one that gives you the most surprises.
And generally speaking,
I mean, did anybody expect Nakamura and Asuka to win it last year?
no. And generally speaking, my three favorites, it's always going to be Rumble 1, Mania 2, and then it flip-flops back and forth between Elimination Chamber, because there has been a couple years where they haven't had it, or Money in the Bank, depending on how they do it. They're kind of a tie for third, but usually in past years it's always been Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Mania. Just a great fucking 3 months. Well, I guess technically 4, but just a great fucking time.
Yeah, and if they get their shit together, bring back the King of the Ring.
That'd be cool too. But yeah, next match we have Lesnar versus Balor. I can't see Finn winning this one unless it's like by DQ or count out.
The only way I think I see Finn Balor winning this is if they do something big.
Like a Braun comes down and destroys.
Nope.
No.
Bigger.
Undertaker.
Nope. Think more that fits Finn.
Fit Finley.
No. If Finn, AJ, Gallows, Anderson all team up and they actually do that as a group.
The club. The official. Yeah.
The first time the four of them would really ever work. And then the club takes down Lesnar. I think the fans lose their shit.
That would be big, yeah.
And then, yeah. I just don't think WWE would do it.
No.
But this is a joint pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
Well, they all are, but I mean, this is one where, you could see it happening.
Yeah, it's like there is a crossover because of the Rumble.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you could do Seth and Brock, but it doesn't necessarily need to be for the Universal title.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
And maybe, just maybe, you can bring up Undisputed Era and do a club era.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
No, that'd be too sweet.
That would be too sweet. But I can't see him pulling the trigger on that, unfortunately.
No.
I think Balor's going to have a...
Wait, they're doing something with Gallows and Anderson? No!
That's worthy of Botch Club. But yeah, I can see Balor having a good showing, but not getting it done.
Yeah.
Bryan versus Styles. It's going to be another great match.
I think Daniel Bryan.
I think he retains it. I think new Daniel Bryan moves on to something else after this.
Yeah.
Asuka versus Becky. As I said, I think Asuka wins it. I think Becky ends up winning the Rumble.
I wouldn't be surprised to see...
I could actually see Ronda coming down again and costing Becky again.
I can see Charlotte costing Becky. This time. And then... I do think, because there is still a pay-per-view before Mania.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe that is somewhere you can see the switch. For me, I think it's just more likely of a possibility that Ronda's in the Rumble than Becky.
Well, fair enough.
Just because if they want to do that triple threat, it makes so much more sense to have Ronda be the one that crosses over than
You're not wrong.
the other two.
Then, of course, Ronda versus Sasha.
And then you have these big women names on SmackDown when they hit Fox.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
true. Which will be in October, but
I-
still, you're
yeah.
right. But then we have, Ronda versus Sasha, and I think we can all agree that Ronda Rousey's probably going to win that one. With the tag team tournament coming up, I can't see Sasha winning it because her and Bayley's got to be one of the odds-on favorites to win.
Yeah, because I would assume Iconics would be in that match. I'd assume Hug and Boss be in there. I can see the Riot Squad. I can see Sonya and
Mandy.
I can see...
Let's see here. We've got 6 teams, so Hug and Boss Connection.
Yeah.
The Riot Squad.
Yeah. Sonya, Mandy.
Sonya and Mandy. Peyton and Billy Kay.
Would you have
I could see, honestly, in that match,
Ronda and Natalia?
if she's champion, no. I could actually see in that match a returning Trish and Lita.
Yeah. Maybe a late cool.
And a late cool. Yeah.
Possibly.
There's 6.
I don't know. They got options too, because I mean, there's always.
You also have Nia and Tamina. Forgot about them.
Yeah.
There are enough tandems, duos.
I mean, you can always put anybody with Natalia at this point.
Pretty much.
I
actually would be really
Alexa
sweet.
and Mickey.
Alexa and Mickey. I could see it would be really sweet. A surprise, returning Beth Phoenix in the Rumble to set up for the tag with Natalia as the, what are they called? Something Glam Squad? No, that's not right.
Yeah. Something like
Glam Slam? Something, whatever. The two of them together were awesome. So yeah, I could see that. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think personally Ronda retains. But speaking of which, on a Sasha note, we saw her. Well, we didn't on TV, but her bum was exposed.
Kind of. She was wearing a thong.
Doesn't matter. It's still exposed.
It's very bony though.
Well, she weighs like 45 pounds.
I know. That's why I said it was bony.
Not fair enough.
I don't know.
She's not my top favorite diva or woman's wrestler. Sorry, but I'll still take a look.
There's still an asterisk behind that.
Then we'll go with the last
It's something we give a crap about.
Ew.
Not our number 1 topic, but it might be our number 2.
Sweet! The last match I had listed on here is The Bar versus Miz and Shane McMahon. If Miz and Shane win, I'm not good. Not because of Miz, just Shane McMahon or any of the McMahons don't need to be involved in fucking storylines.
Well, that's exactly my thought process. I'm like, you say with the McMahons coming on Raw saying, oh, we're going to bring you these new faces and new storylines and stuff like that. And then I'm like, then just take yourselves out of the fucking picture, please.
Yeah. Like, Vince McMahon's been on the last, including tonight.
The one person that you
shows.
actually want to see on there every week would be Triple H, not Vince, not Shane, not Stephanie.
Yeah. And he's not. Which
I mean,
may be smart.
That's because maybe he still's recovering from his torn pec.
Possible.
And working his ass off in NXT.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But yeah, that's the Rumble. That's what we got. On a side note, last week, the little bit that I did watch, you know the movie Glass? You went to see it?
Yep.
There were 4 fucking plugs for it in the first 25 minutes. I get it. I'm sure they paid a pretty penny for those 4 plugs right away. But holy fuck, man. 4 of them. They cut away from a match and did the whole big screen, small screen just to show a preview. Twice!
What were you watching?
Raw last week.
Well, that's Raw. That's also
That's brutal, though.
But that's not maybe like they paid WWE. They just paid the network, right? Because
because
the score.
No, it wasn't cut away for the score. It was like literally Michael Cole and Corey Graves and Renee Young introducing. This is Glass. We're brought to you by Glass. It's like, holy shit, guys.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they paid an awesome amount of money.
You know what movie was in the previews when I went and saw it?
What's that?
The Page movie. Fighting with My Family.
So maybe they have a silent partnership with WWE of some sort. That could make sense, but still, 4 times in 25 minutes, that's excessive. Spread it out. You have 3 hours.
Hey,
spread it the fuck out.
It's Monday Night Raw. A lot of what they do is excessive.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, how many more times do they have to main event with women? We get it. You guys are big on this.
I'm okay.
There's no build up though. That's the one thing I hate about Raw is that they have no build up to these women's matches, and then all of a sudden, boom, they get this main event. But you have this 20-minute opening promo with Braun and Brock and Finn. That's not a main event match.
Well, it is, but I think the part that could be
the fact that Brock Lesnar's not going right the fuck home after a promo, that's main event worthy right there.
Yeah, I think the part that could be cut would be the Apollo and Bobby Lashley pose off. That was not necessary at all.
No.
But whatever. WWE, speaking of which, they're willing to go crazy and double or triple the salary and wouldn't matter at all the bottom line. So basically what they're saying is they're willing to offer existing superstars or potential new superstars double or triple the salary of
If
what
they sign right there, kind
Yeah.
of a deal, yeah.
So that's good. Like, honestly, to me,
Where
that-
the fuck is our offer?
right? I mean, that might not be good news for AEW, but that's great news for wrestlers in general because you get a ton of money to wrestle.
Yeah.
That's good news. That's good for the company or good for business.
Maybe that's why Revival wanted their release like a years ago. Bigger payday.
That's very possible. Speaking of which, I have one down here. Where is it? Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
He's refusing to work any NXT shows coming up. And this is the quote he's posted on Twitter. I know my worth. The past year, I've created a special atmosphere at NXT Takeover. Until we can come to an agreement as to what my worth actually is, then there won't be any appearances or performances of the Velveteen Dream or my likeness. Thank you. Very interesting.
Yeah.
He's from what I've heard, he's been known as being a hothead, and he doesn't mind getting heat backstage by saying things like "Bring me up, Vince," which I thought was fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
or wearing stuff on his tights, which I think he's a diamond in the rough. And that, yes, I understand he's 23, he's young, he is kind of a hothead. You can tell by the way he acts, but capitalize on it. I'm not saying give him a title. I'm not saying, but just do something with him. Because they keep seeming to bounce him from match to match, and they let him win some, they let him lose some, but then it goes away, and he has to go into something else. He's like the NXT version of Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt has always been over, and he makes himself get over, but they kind of keep shoveling shit sandwiches at him, hoping to make it chicken salad.
Yeah, but they're also still developing him, and he still is a little rough still around the edges. I don't think he's a talent where he can literally push another talent to their brinks. I think it's the other way around still.
You think so?
Like, I don't think he pushed Ciampa to his brinks in the match. I think Ciampa pushed Velveteen Dream.
Maybe.
Like, and I still think, like, even this match with Aleister Black. Like, it's...
I love that match.
Yeah, like, I still think it's Aleister Black doing. Like, I don't think he's at that second tier, like, that upper tier yet.
Okay.
He's on his way, but he still needs more.
Yeah.
It's like, when Randy Orton was, winning the Intercontinental title, you can still tell that he has growth that he still has to do to become that main event guy. When he first won it, he still had that growth he still needed. I look at Velveteen, that he still needs that growth to become a top guy in NXT. He can have good matches, but can he actually lead the good matches? Can he become that top workhorse that they need? Can he be their Gargano, their Ciampas?
That's true.
And then when he's on the main roster, okay, now where are you going to put yourself there? Are you more than your gimmick, or is the gimmick defining you? Like,
Personally, I think even if the gimmick was defining him,
he
I
might
think
do
it'd be
better
okay.
on the main roster just because of the fact that they might do more promos. He might be the perfect guy to have like a Heartbreak Hotel kind of a gimmick on the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Tag up with Ty Dillinger, make him relevant again. By the way, are we predicting that he comes out at number 10?
I think they might do it again.
I think that should be every year that he's able to, he comes out at number 10. And then if you don't want him there, you get jumped. But I think every year his music should hit at 10. I think that should be a rule. He could be Mr. Royal Rumble. He'll never win, but he's always out at number 10. He's reliable.
It'd just be nice to see him actually get used.
Yep. Same with Tyler Breeze. The fact that they used Zack Ryder.
No, it wasn't actually. I didn't mind the fact that they took Tyler Breeze and did that match with Ricochet.
No, I like the fact he's
stuff
going down,
like
but I would like to see him more on the main roster.
I wouldn't mind them doing that with Ty Dillinger once in a while.
Bring him down?
Just
Do that with all talent. Why not? Just boom. Bring him down. Why not?
What about the Ascension to help your tag division?
Why not? Yeah. Hell, do it with the Revival. They have former two-time champs there. Why not? Is there any other two-time tag champs?
The current tag champs?
Who's the current? Oh yeah, I guess they would be. Yeah. Yeah, I should have known that. That's a faux pas on my part. But I mean, that'd be perfect there. There's a get-over match there. But I mean, other than those two, I don't think there are any.
Well,
other
especially if
tag
Ciampa and Gargano come back.
There we go.
I'm also very curious on seeing if Jason Jordan's ever gonna come back. I would love to see American Alpha be put back together.
Absolutely.
Also, I wouldn't even be so upset to see the reunion of Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger, who was once an NXT tag team.
Yep. Here's one for you. Now that you mentioned Jason Jordan, because I remember a storyline we talked about weeks ago.
Huh.
What about a surprise Rumble entrant by James Storm? He's looking yoked.
Yeah, I wouldn't dislike it.
Then you have Bobby Roode turn heel. They reform Beer Money. Jason Jordan comes back. Boom, there's a tag feud.
Yeah. And that's only if Jason Jordan gets cleared.
There's a lot of factors riding on this one, but it could be a thing.
Yeah, I would not be against James Storm.
And, I don't know why I'm just thinking this, but another name I could see in the crowd, whether it's NXT TakeOver Phoenix or...
Mr. Mickey James?
I say, okay, two of them. He could be one. The other one, Crazy Steve. I don't see him doing again, he might be doing a ton of stuff he's just not posting, but he's only a couple promotions. His pictures at shows have dropped right off. So maybe...
What about Trevor Lee?
He did just sign. You know what?
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if he was there. Good call. Good call. You probably will see Trevor Lee there.
I just think, though, in that crowd, if they can pull Kenny Omega, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Even if he's on NXT just for a little bit.
Literally for like one show.
Just,
like the Mania show, then he comes up.
Like, even if he has a Kevin Owens stint.
Yeah.
Not very long.
Kevin Owens was only there for like 4 or 5 months, maybe.
Like, he got there, won the title, and then pretty much lost the title, and then he was up already.
Yeah. He was there for maybe 6 months, if that, but that'd be sweet.
I would say if you put him in the Rumble, he almost has to win it. And I don't think they will.
I wouldn't say he has to win it, but I'd say go to finals like 3.
Like, who would eliminate him? Or it'd be like...
Styles. Or Balor. Or whoever's going to win it.
McIntyre?
McIntyre.
That would be a good one.
I'd say it comes down to him and McIntyre. McIntyre eliminates and wins, but have
What
Omega
about
go to the end.
Andrade?
Andrade would be awesome.
Andrade would be a good match
Yeah.
for him. Joe?
Joe would be awesome. They have history. You know what would be even funnier? Because of that thing that's circling.
What happens if Kenny Omega helps Finn Balor?
That'd be huge. Even though they were never part of the group at the same time, that'd be huge.
It's like him, AJ, and Balor, like the guys who replaced each other.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a Mania match I'd love to see. Those 3?
What about Omega and Brock in Mania? Whew.
I would also like to see that.
Former,
2 former IWGP heavyweight champions.
Uh-huh.
I would like to see that. I would.
So,
Lots of ideas that can go ahead.
possibilities.
Yeah, right? Also, have you heard that Lars Sullivan has been delayed and now not sure when he's going to debut because he had an alleged panic attack or anxiety attack and was sent home from Raw and then had no contact with WWE for a bit.
Yeah.
That's a terrible time to have an anxiety attack.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Rumble, though. That's
Yeah,
when
I
he
can see
debuts.
that. Yep.
I think he's seen 3 debuts in the Rumble.
I thought he debuted on
No,
Raw.
but he hasn't wrestled.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Heavy Machinery also looked very bad on Raw, I thought.
That little bit they did with Becky and...
That was on SmackDown.
Okay.
Apparently all these guys are allowed to be on both shows up until they're actually... they figure out which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that there's a little bit of crossover.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
I am looking forward to Lacey Evans more and more.
Me too.
For a lot of reasons.
2 reasons.
I'm going to say 4.
I don't know what the other 2 are.
Well, she's a good promo, and I want to see if she, holds her own in the ring.
Fair enough.
But then, yeah, the other 2 are definitely located on her chest.
Very good.
With that being said...
did you know Killian Dane and Nikki Cross just got married?
Yeah.
Did you know that they were even a couple?
Nope.
For 9 years.
I know.
Holy shit. Good for them for hiding it.
That would explain why Nikki Cross always slaps Killian Dane when they're in the Sanity. Like, all the time.
Yeah. There's a picture that...
she always did that with Wolf, too, but,
she really laid it into Dane.
Yeah.
Also kind of funny that Dane wasn't the original 4th member, and then suddenly, poof, there he is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Man, they have misused that group.
Yes,
Killian Dane is such a good worker, too.
Such a good worker.
Man, I would love to see him and Wolf go to NXT UK.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Isn't that funny, though? An Irish and a Scot got married? But then again, McIntyre and Sheamus are good friends, too.
True love knows no bounds.
But then an Irish guy's also tagging with a German.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, who?
Wolf?
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
not German?
Yeah, you're right. No, he is. I thought you meant, for some reason...
Wasn't it like Germany, Canada, Scotland, and Ireland?
Yeah.
Insanity?
Yep. Two more things I have is Cody confirms that AEW won't have writers. I'm very intrigued by that comment.
Probably because they'll do the shows.
Yeah.
I'm assuming what he meant was they're not going to write every little thing.
Like they're not going to have official writers that everything goes through those guys.
Like they won't write out their matches.
Yeah.
But they'll have direction.
They're like, here, do this, whatever.
Yeah.
I like that, though. Keep it kind of loosey-goosey, let the wrestlers wrestle.
Yeah.
And the last thing I have is, you know who Tonga Loa is? Who I just found out. He's part of the Bullet Club, first of all.
Yeah.
Just found out he played Camacho in WWE.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Not a fucking clue.
Which was the guy in the new like Bullet Club that got asked to play in the XFL?
Tonga Loa. Yeah.
That's
He
what
got
I
actually sent a letter by XFL asking him if he wanted to play. I think that's hilarious. I bet you probably won't take it, but never know.
Is that just a way to get him into WWE?
That's very possible. But I think it's funny, he used to be Camacho with Hunico, who then was...
He's now Sin Cara.
is now Sin Cara, because the original Sin Cara, a.k.a. Mystico,
Sucked.
always got hurt, literally all the time.
And he pissed
So then-
everyone off.
Yeah. And then he ends up leaving, getting let go. And then Hunico takes over as Sin Cara. Then he gets hurt all the time.
You also want to know, man, if Kalisto's in the Rumble, I also would not be upset if Kalisto and Rey Mysterio are your number 1 and 2 entrants.
That'd be sweet.
I would love to see that.
That would be awesome. So many possibilities. I love this time of year. Anyways, that's all I got.
Because we know R-Truth is number 30.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then
Does he
Carmelo's-
get beat up this year? And somebody takes the spot.
Yes. Yes.
And like Carmelo's number 30.
That one I can see she debuts at 30. I can see that.
She's not debuting.
Sorry, I don't mean debut. But if she comes in at 30, I can actually see her making it to the ring.
Yeah.
I can actually see her coming to the ring. Everyone's down. She does a dance break and immediately gets thrown out.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that happening to R-Truth as well.
How-
But I can also see R-Truth getting
How
beat up.
funny would it be if R-Truth tries to come out at number 30 for the women's?
I could see it. I definitely could. That would be so funny. They should do that. Fuck, make it happen.
And he's like, oh, my bad.
Yeah. my bad. And then leaves.
I know. That gets me. I think R-Truth is great.
Yeah. Like he runs down to the ring, like gets almost down there, and then the referees like stop him. No. This is the women's match. Oh, my bad.
Now, the women referees that they had in NXT and all that, should they be the referees for the Women Royal Rumble?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? I mean, they use them still all the time in NXT and whatnot, but bring them to the show.
Well,
Phoenix isn't that far.
They'll be there.
Well, then use them.
They'll be there from the night before.
Use them.
I mean, we see Drake Woods. Didn't he not do a?
He did the
Triple
main. He did the main event in NXT UK.
Didn't he do Triple H's Mania match last year?
Yep. He's good. I like the fact that he used to be actually a deathmatch wrestler, and now he's a referee. A damn good one too. Like, but I think my favorite, if you can have favorites, but my favorite in NXT, one of the top ones I think in the company. To be honest, it's probably why Triple H keeps him down there because he likes him so much. Anyways, that's all I got, bud.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Okay, Backbreaker Media. It's on all the stuff. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast Player, Twitch, YouTube, all that shit. Whatamaneuver.net.
Yeah, what
about it?
What is a maneuver?
Oh, well, what the maneuver is you go to whatamaneuver.net and get your retro WE or OG The Struggle shirts, sweaters, baby onesies. I think there's hats, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I know there are like hoodies and
zip up and
tank
pullover, tank tops, t-shirts.
women t-shirts,
Yep.
V-necks probably.
Yes.
I don't think there's hats.
Whatever. Powerslam.tv and backbreakermedia.papershare.com. Tons of wrestling.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. Check them all out. There's promos for both. Yeah. Look it up. It'll be in the comment section or the description below. You're interested, look it up. Where are you going to be coming up?
I'll be all over the place. I'll be in Bruderheim. I'll be in Edmonton. I'll be in Lethbridge. I will actually be posting my dates on my social media accounts soon because it's getting a little
Busy.
It's getting busy.
Get busy.
Yeah.
As in you heard earlier in the show where I'm going to be coming up, so come out to Edmonton, Bruderheim, Vegreville, Edmonton again. I'm trying to work it out, maybe by mid-year I'm starting to go down to Calgary for RCW. That'll be fun.
I do want to tell people, no, I am not an RCW contracted worker. I am contracted to do out-of-town shows for the time being. I do want to say you can check me out on some of their Edmonton shows, as I probably will be accompanying Mike Maloney. I finally said your name right this time.
Holy shit!
And probably will be doing the commentary because he killed it. So
I can see it.
yeah. And I gotta support my boy when he's taking all the nut sacks of RCW down.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Attacking nutsacks.
Oh, you know.
Etc., etc.
Gotta keep it strugglicious, baby.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag solo struggles for the win. And then, out-of-town shows. Tag struggle reunite.
Yeah.
Tag struggle powers activate.
Go, tag struggle.
Yay!
So that does it for episode 111.
Episode 11-1. Episode 111. Episode 111. Yeah.
Yeah, for Chris Parrish.
I'm Meniac.
And we are Tag Struggle.
We are real.
And we are
Spectacular.
which is a little bit of all right.
And strugglelicious.
Yeah, we kind of ooze that strugglelicious. So if you cut us open and you don't see alcohol, it's because it's strugglelicious oozing out of our bodies.
I have strugglelicious oozing out of other places. I need to go see a doctor. That's unrelated, though.
Huh. Well, that's what's dripping from your eye.
Well, among other places.
Huh, interesting. No, I only said one eye, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
The whispering eye.
Yeah. Wasn't whispering. Well, we won't go there.
No, we don't.
For us here at Sounds of Struggle, we will...
On Backbreaker Media, on the Win Column Sports Network, or however the hell that works.
Backbreaker Media, division of Win Column Sports
Network.
I think I nailed that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. We will see you next week for episode 112. Sweet! Can't wait till 123. Just for yeah. So until then, we will see you later.
Bitches?
Question mark?
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the thing shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it